Team Warrior Women Coach Sneak Peek event. How exciting. I am so excited to have you guys here. And I wasn't going to go live until tomorrow, but something in me just felt like I needed to go live today. I just needed to tell you my story today. I don't know if it's just something in my bones that I just feel like I needed to get it out and I just needed to share it, but let me tell you who I am, what you're doing here, and what it is that you're like literally about to step up into, okay? So welcome. This is our Team Warrior Women Coach Sneak Peek. What the heck does that mean, right? So Team Warrior Women is something I created, literally poof, out of thin air. I was a team of one and I had a vision, and that vision was to create a safe place for women to get healthy and support each other. Okay, let me back up. First of all, my name's Jennie. I am almost 32. I'll be 32 in September. I have a 5-year-old son, 2 dogs. I just got married to my fiance. We got married in January, so I am now a wife. And yeah, we live in the Florida Keys. So I live in Florida. And I'm originally from Upper Sandusky, Ohio. So if you're from here and you're on here and you're like, why is this girl from Florida talking to me? I'm originally from Ohio. So if you're from that area, just know that I have a huge following from that area, and a ton of girls that I coach come from that area. Now, I've also lived in Indianapolis, I've lived in Houston, and I've lived in Florida now. So I have people that have kind of come around and into our team from a little bit of all over. But I would say that my home base is always going to be Ohio and in the upper area. So that's probably how you got here. Either I had placed you into this group, or one of my coaches has placed you into this group to get more insight on becoming a coach, right? On Team Warrior Women. What is that all about? What does that even mean? What does a coach do? What is Team Warrior Women? What is this healthy kick that they're on? Well, I will tell you guys, I started becoming a beach body coach 4 years ago. But I'm going to tell you how that happened and how it worked its way up. And you're going to understand how it all came together. But I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my journey. So a little over 4 years ago, I had a son. I was about 1.5 years postpartum. So not right out of that postpartum journey. I really struggled right after I had Derek. I didn't understand how nutrition affected my body. I wasn't drinking enough water. I was having struggles breastfeeding. We decided to move during all of that as well. That's right. Here he is, living and breathing though, huh? All right. Go finish your food, please. Okay?
I did it.
You already finished all your food? Oh my goodness. This kid is crazy. But at the time, we were living in Texas. We had just moved to Texas, and unfortunately, because of some personal circumstances, we actually became homeless. My whole family was homeless. We had a dog, Mike and I and Derek, and we had all of our stuff sitting on a trailer and nowhere to go. Thankfully, at the time, I had an uncle that lived in Texas that took us in, and my mom helped us purchase an RV. And Mike and I and Derek and my family, we were living in an RV in my uncle's front property, in my uncle's front yard. We had an extension cord from his shop that would give us power, or we used jumper cables from my Ford Focus to actually give us lights in the RV. And we lived like this for months, you guys. I would say that those are probably some of the darkest times of my life. And I can't guarantee that I will ever have darker or non-darker, but those were some really, really rough times. We were on WIC. I had gotten on WIC through Texas. Mike was working at a gravel pit, and with the money that he was paying, we were still trying to pay our car payments and everything like that and eat, and we had about $40 a week that we had to kind of manage. And that included the propane that went into our RV so we could take a shower or run our stove. And that also included diapers for our son. And it was a really, really rough couple months there. that we struggled to find who we were and what we were going to do, and if we were going to stay in Texas, or if we were going to figure it out, or if we were going to stay as a family. I know Mike and I were fighting quite a bit. It was a really dark time for me and my family. But as I was sitting there hand washing clothes in a tub, I was scrubbing clothes, hand washing them, because we had no dryer, and I didn't want to take the money, or I didn't have any washer. I didn't want to spend the money to go and go to a laundromat. So I was hand washing our clothes, and this girl messaged me and said, "Hey, I heard you were looking for more energy." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And she was a fellow massage therapist, so I already kind of trusted her, and I already kind of really enjoyed it and loved her light. She was just booming with energy and light and excitement for life, and I just didn't understand why I wasn't having that same experience. And so I started talking to her, and I started really reaching out to her and saying, "What can I do?" And she started to guide me, and I realized that she was drinking these shakes. I didn't know what they were. The name had recalled to me. I was like, "Oh, Shakeology. I think my friend has drank that before." My friend Lisa had drank it in the past, so I did recognize the name, but I had no idea what was in it. I had no idea what it entailed. And honestly, I just got to a point where I just looked at her and I said, "Whatever it is, sign me up. Sign me up, because I am so desperate to feel different. I would do anything. I would have done anything at that moment. I would have done anything to just feel different, or to just feel like I was working towards something. And working towards more energy was exactly what I needed. So in the beginning, you guys, don't think that I had this huge vision to like build this huge team and inspire all these people. I just wanted more energy. I just wanted to stop eating hot dogs and macaroni and cheese with my son and taking naps with him in the midday. I just wanted to be excited when my husband came home to see him, rather than, "Oh my God," and just start crying and want to sleep, because that's what I was doing. I was exhausted, and I didn't understand what to do different, and I knew I needed help, right? There's a point sometimes that we just realize that we need help, that we just need to reach outside of our own heads and allow somebody else to help us, to support us, to give us suggestions. And that's where this girl was for me. And so I reached out to her, and she signed me up with 21 Day Fix Extreme Challenge Pack. And I was so excited to get these shakes. I didn't even care or know that a workout was coming along with it. I didn't even care or know. I just said, whatever it is, if it's going to make me more energy, I just want it. So in my mind, I was like, woohoo, I'm going to drink this shake. I'm going to feel so much better, and all of my life is going to be fixed. Whew, little did I know how much work I had to do, right? Once you start working, you realize how much work you really have to do. And so while I was sitting in that RV in my uncle's property, I pressed play on my very first workout. And I completed 21 Day Fix Extreme so perfectly. I followed the meal plan. I followed the shakes. I followed the nutrition. I followed the tallies that you're supposed to keep track of everything. I did every single workout, every single day. And in that 3 weeks, I was reminded what a badass I was. I was reminded how strong I was. I was reminded what a freaking warrior I was in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. I remember having Mike take those photos of me in that before picture. And I remember it was dark. We were standing in the RV. It was nighttime, and I just threw my phone at Mike, and I said, "Can you just take these pictures of me? I just need these like before pictures." And I had him cut my head off the pictures because I didn't even want my head in the pictures, and it was terrible lighting. And I remember him being like, "You want me to take a picture in your bra and underwear?" And like, he didn't understand it either. But I was like, "I just need these pictures. Can you just take them?" And then that was day 21. I had him snap a couple photos. And I stood like this. Guys, I have a photo and I'll show it to you. And I went like this. as a mom. And I remember Derek standing down after that 21 days. And I was standing there, flexing. And Derek goes, wow. He was only 1.5 years, so I feel like that's all he could really say at that time. But I remember him just looking at me and going, wow. Like, I just remember this big wow. I remember hearing him say it. But I also remember standing there, holding my arms up as Mike took a photo. And I was just so proud of myself. I was just so proud of myself for finishing a program, for feeling on top of the world, for feeling amazing, for feeling like I had my body back, for feeling like I had just shown my son something to be proud of me for. That's where it started. Okay? That's where it started. That's when I realized the power of being healthy, the power of working out, of being in movement, of enjoying what was putting in my body was exactly what I was going to get out. And I decided that day, this is what I was going to do. I was going to help other women figure out how to get more energy, how to get their pre-baby body back, how to remind themselves what they are as a person before they were a mom, before they were a wife. Like, who were you when you were just you? Who were you? Who was Jennie before Derek was born, before Mike came into my life? And I'll tell you right now, Jennie was a warrior. Jennie was a ball-busting warrior. And I lost that. But had I never hit that rock bottom, I would never be where I am now, climbing this mountain. Okay? So if you're in the valley, if you're at your rock bottom, just know that rock bottom is one hell of a place for a foundation. And you are so likely to start climbing that mountain the moment you decide. I know you're in the valley and it's totally fine. I've been there. You guys, I remember, and I've shared this story before, I remember the moment Derek took one of his little toys and he put it on my belly and he took all the skin around it and he put it over and he goes, it's gone. I remember that. I remember those little moments that made me feel so insignificant. It made me feel so low. I remember those. And I'm sure you have those moments too. I'm sure you have those periods where you're like, man, that was my ultimate low. Or man, that really put me in the hole. And I will tell you right now, my postpartum journey is one I am not proud of. I was not a good mom to myself after I had a child. I completely forgot about myself. I completely dove into Derek. I did everything for him and I did nothing for myself until I decided to start working out and being healthy and taking care of myself. And I will tell you guys, the moment I decided to actually focus on myself, the moment Mike got a better wife, the moment Derek got a better mom, the moment my friends got a better Jennie as a friend. Because I wasn't so worried about having energy. I wasn't so worried about, oh, I'm just so tired, or what am I going to eat, or oh, I can't wear that. I didn't care anymore because I knew I was taking care of myself, and now I can pour over into other people. Okay? So I always want to line you guys up and let you know I wasn't always right here. I wasn't always living in the Florida Keys. No, I used to live in an RV on my uncle's property in Texas. And I did those workouts in the RV. The whole RV would be shaking as I was doing like cardio day because I'm like running in place or jumping or whatever. The whole RV would be shaking. You could hear my weights hitting the ground over and over again. I used to have when we ended up moving out of my uncle's property, we moved over to Houston into an RV lot. I used to have this guy come over and ask me if I was okay, because I would throw my weights down. It was like, boom, 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 you know, and he's like, I just want to make sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm good. I'm working out. Right? But I had to get through that. I had to stop using excuses, right? Like, there were no excuses. I did my workout right in the RV. I didn't have an excuse for space or time. And you guys, when I purchased that challenge pack, I borrowed the money from my mom. I didn't even have the money to purchase my own challenge pack. So I purchased that challenge pack, and I did that first 21 days, and I said, I'm going to be a coach, and I'm going to pay my mom back. And then my goal from there was to be able to pay for diapers. So we didn't have to take that money out of our weekly budget. So I said, maybe if I could pay for my own shakes, and if I can pay for diapers, that will free up money for the rest of our family for whatever we needed. It started so small, you guys. It started so small, simply as I wish I could pay for diapers. And I began to share my journey. I began to open up a clean eating group where I did tiny house clean eating, where I would do recipes right in my little tiny house. I did little videos. Some of you guys may remember if you've been around that long. I started doing workouts, and I started inviting girls, and I said, hey, come on, come do it with me. Come do this workout with me. And I started getting girls results, and I continued going, and it was just so awesome. And I started to feel my team growing, and I started to feel our energy growing, and I started to feel on top of the world. And then Hurricane Harvey hit. And I felt my whole world flip upside down. And that was 3 years ago, this August. I felt like I was on such a good path. That first year I was grinding, I was doing workouts, I was killing it. A little over a year into it, and I was building, and I felt so much momentum, and I was proud of myself. And then everything was taken from us. The RV was taken. All of our stuff, my car, my dignity, and our home was gone. And I had this moment where I said, okay, now what? Now what do I do? I was coaching. I was helping people figure out how to do life, but I can't even do life. If I can't even do life right now, how can I help other people do life? It was so exhausting. But I didn't give up. I kept coaching. I kept pushing. I kept using my struggle to motivate other people. I never lied about having a bad day. I would tell people, I said, man, I'm having a real struggle. Today's a hard day to get through this because of all of this. And I really poured into my social media, and I used it to really heal myself and have an outlet, a place where I could go and put my emotions. And I used it as like a diary or a journal, and I used my social media as in that point. And then right after that, Mike and I, we decided to move to Florida. And that's where the second part of my coaching really started. So in the beginning, you guys, we struggled a lot. I was still trying to find myself. And then right when I felt like I found myself, we just got hit all over again. And I had to go all the way back to square one. So then we moved to Florida, and I'm like, all right, let's get this going again. And a program called 80-Day Obsession came out. And I said, I have to do it. I have to go all in on this program, because if I don't, I'm going to lose my mind. I felt like I was falling back into that hole. I felt like I was falling back into that valley, but I had done so much work to get out of it. Right? Have you guys ever had that where you just feel so like you've done so much work to get where you are, you can't imagine going back? And that's how I felt. I just couldn't imagine going back to that valley. And so 80-Day Obsession came out, and I just capitalized on all these people that were following me through this journey. Really, that's to be honest. I had all these people that were still following me and still supporting me and really encouraging me to continue going. And when I got to Florida, I said, all right, guys, but I'm going to need all you. And I got this huge gang of girls, and we did 80-day obsession. I got the best results of my life. It changed my whole body. It changed my whole mind, my mindset on my journey. And ever since then, we have been creating the Warrior Women. I mean, I think within the last year and a half, we've added over 58 coaches just to our team. And that is just a fraction of what has happened. We have helped countless girls lose immense amount of weight. I've helped my girl Ashley. She's lost 80 pounds. And then she had her wedding, and now she's pregnant, and she's in labor right now. But that wouldn't have been possible had I not helped her lose that 80 pounds initially. Right? We have Brooke, who's lost over 50 pounds. Lindsay, who's lost over 50 pounds. Both of them. I have another girl, Lane, who has lost over 50 pounds. And these girls have continued to push themselves. I have Alex, who's lost over 60 pounds. Or I think 58 pounds.
Yeah, 58 pounds.
And we've continued to support each other as we get healthy. Right? So, hey, you need to go. Hold on one second. Go. I'm trying to do a video.
And there's your first card.
Okay, thank you. You guys will get used to that. If you're not used to being on my videos, or you're not used to seeing me or whatever, you will get used to that. But you guys, when we moved to Florida is when I really realized I could design the life that I wanted, right? Like, I was no longer working for somebody else. I started to really take control of my life, control of my business, control of my health, and I started to just take it to the next level. And I started just saying, why not me? I was watching all these other top coaches have huge teams and make substantial incomes, and I just thought, why not me? I've got a story. I'm inspiring. I'm motivating. I've been a cheerleader my whole life. Why not me? And that's what I started to ask myself, and I said, I can do this. And I started talking to myself differently, and I started to really feel a sense of belonging. Like this was meant for me. Like coaching was exactly where I was supposed to be, doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing. I've never felt more primed for a job. My whole life, I've been a cheerleader. I've been a coach for cheerleading. I've been a coach for gymnastics. I went to have a communications background. I have a women and gender studies background. I even was a massage therapist, which is an ultimate giver. Everything I've experienced has led me up to where I am now. And had I not experienced every single one of those things, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So if you're struggling accepting who you are today, just know that it's exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You just need to own it and step up into it and say, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be experiencing and doing. The moment I began to own being a coach, everything else changed for me. Everything. I started earning trips where I went on a cruise to the Bahamas and Haiti. I started going on trips and inviting girls to go to events like Summit, which is a huge event that Beachbody posts every year, and we all get to meet up. Of course, we didn't get to do it this year because of COVID, but I've hosted retreats where I've had girls come down to the Keys, and we've done all kinds of meetups and group things, and it's literally fuels my soul and helps me sleep very well at night, knowing that what I get to do for a living and for life is help other girls be motivated and help other girls stay healthy and help them find out who they were way before they were a mom or a wife. Okay? So I'm here to tell you my story, and I'm here to kind of give you a little bit of insight of where I started, because I want you to understand you don't have to be perfect. Okay? You don't have to be perfect to be a coach. When I started coaching, I was the last person that probably should have been giving advice. But instead of saying, hey, I know everything, I said, hey, let's figure this out together. I'm going to be doing this too. Why don't you come with me and we'll figure it out together? That's how I started in the beginning. And I grew, and the girls have grown with me, and all of my girls have grown with me as we get larger, as we get bigger, as we get more serious, everybody just takes it to the next level. We don't know everything. We learn as we go. And we have the group and the accountability and the support to help us move forward. That's what Team Warrior Women is all about. That's what I wanted from the beginning, is I just wanted this safe place for women to be able to come into and say, I need help, I need support, can I get it here? And I just always wanted to say, absolutely. Absolutely you can get it here. I would love to support you. I would love to help you. I would love to give you a community that you feel safe coming to. And that isn't going to put you down, but build you up. Right? Like, build you up, not put you down. That's what I want for you. I want a community that you can come into and feel instant love, feel instant support.
Mom, I think it's time to say bye.
That's pretty rude.
You got to say goodbye.
Why?
You're watching my Brian Hood. You're not watching it. And you should get off.
All right, I'll finish up and we'll go watch Red Riding Hood, okay?
Okay.
All right. Take that stuff in there and I will get you some when I'm done if you're good.
Okay.
Go. All right, guys. So,
Alright, guys.
first of all, it started with getting
Bye.
myself results. Hey, that's rude. And you're not going to get any of that by acting like that. So, it started with getting myself results. Initially, I needed to just get my head in check. I needed that 21-day fix to just get me realigned. Yeah, did you see that, Corey? He's like, cut off, Mom. You've been working all day. Which I have, indeed. I have not moved from my computer chair since 7:30 this morning, other than to pee like twice. So he's definitely ready for some mom time, which the cool thing is that I work from home, you guys, so I can just literally be like, okay, close up. And now it's mom time. And I love being able to work from home. I love being able to kind of design my life the way I want. I can make my own schedule. If it's Tuesday and Mike says, hey, let's go out on the water, it feels great. I go, phew, bye. And we pop onto the water and we peace out. I love the fact that coaching gives me such flexibility in my life, but it also provides such wholeness and such fulfilling experiences as well. Watching you girls, you know, climb your mountains, or watching our coach Tennille put her house up for rent or for sale, and then watching a couple of our other girls lose the weight or go on that vacation they never thought they would have. How awesome is it that I get to support you in these decisions and motivate you and say, yeah, go for it, girl. Go for it. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm your biggest supporter. I'm literally like, if you were a UFC fighter, I'm like the person that comes and puts your mouthpiece in and like sprays you with water and like, you know, dabs you up and like puts the Vaseline on your face. That's me. I'm that person saying, go, 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 girl, you can do it. That's me. I'm in your corner. And I think everybody just needs somebody in their corner. For real. I think that's bottom line. Everybody just needs somebody in their corner. So if you don't have somebody in your corner, or you're yearning for somebody to be in your corner, you have got to message me or your fellow Warrior Women coach, whoever plugged you in here, and you got to come on to our gang, okay? Yes, I'm going to push you to be healthy. Yes, I'm going to push you to learn and grow. That's what it's all about. Because I have grown so much over the last 4 years, and had I not decided to step into coaching, wow, I can only imagine where I'd be. Probably still sitting on my uncle's front yard in an RV. That's for sure. Probably sitting right where I was, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, which I do neither of them anymore. It's all about our choices, you guys, and our choice to decide to just go for it, right? And then when you decide to just go for it and you realize how capable you are, you naturally want to encourage others to do the same. Once you get your head on right, it's so fun to help other girls get their head on right. And to just be their rooting system, to be their support system. That's what it's all about. So if you're wondering what you're doing here, if you're wondering what the Team Warrior Women Coach Sneak Peek is all about, I'm letting you see into our team, and I'm inviting you to join us. I'm inviting you and opening our arms as wide as I can, you guys. I know you can't see them on here, but man, my arms are wide. So wide and welcoming, ready for you to join us. Okay? Yes, you're going to have to do a little bit of work. Sorry, I keep getting messages because girls are messaging me like crazy right now. But I want you to know that we'd be happy to support you. We'd be happy to train you. We'd be happy to help you. Even if you want to be a coach on our team and never sign anybody up, you just want to take advantage of that discount, I'm in on it. As long as it's going to lock you in on a health journey, I'm in. Okay? Now, maybe you want to help some people out. Maybe get your product paid for. Or maybe purchase diapers for your family like I did. That's possible too. We could set you up on a training. We can plug you into our coach meetings. I can plug you into some personal development. I can help you. Ooh, sorry. I can help you create all of that. Or maybe you want to be like me and a couple of my other girls who we run full-time coaching businesses. This is what I do 24/7. Maybe you want to do something like that. I'm going to tell you hands down, you picked the right team. The team you join matters. Trust me. The team you join matters so much because there's nothing like signing up with your neighbor that convinced you to sign up and you signed up with her and then she quits 2 months later. And then you quit because she quit. Now you don't really like Beachbody, right? Well, the team you join matters. And I will tell you right now, I'm on year 5 of coaching and I'm not going anywhere. I love it more on year 5 than I did on year 1. Because I get to see girls continuously work and be better every single day. And girls that have worked with me for several years, you wouldn't believe the kind of progress they've made. You wouldn't believe it. But actually, you're going to hear from some of them. So tomorrow, you will be hearing a lot of live videos. I've got some content I'm going to trickle in, but tomorrow's all about the live videos. You're going to be hearing from Coach Tennille, Coach Tessa, and Coach Alicia, and Coach Elika tomorrow. You're going to hear from all 4 of them. All 4 of them are from such different walks of life, and I'm so excited for you to hear from them. But I'm going to let them kind of tell their story and how they got into it and how they coach. And maybe, just maybe, you might hear something here that inspires you. Or that you think, wow, that kind of sounds like me. Or, wow, that sounds like my sister. Or, wow, that sounds like my cousin. Just maybe you might find something here that motivates you to want to get up and get healthy. Then my job was done. Maybe, just maybe, you want to do it with us. Then that's even more of a blessing. I would be honored to work with every single one of you. And I am honored to work with every single girl that comes into our team. I am so blessed with such an amazing group of girls. Sometimes I can't even imagine it getting better. But I also know that every woman that comes into there feels more supported and feels more like themselves than they did without it. And I feel more like myself every single day when I'm with these girls. There is nothing better than banding together with your girls while being healthy. Like, how cool is it? You get friends that actually encourage you to be healthy, that actually encourage you to go eat the salad, that actually encourage you to stay on track, to hit the workout. Those are the friends you need. And I will tell you right now, hands down, these girls are like my best friends. And they come from all walks of life. And I love that. So, if you're just jumping on, I'm going to post this video. I want you to go back and watch it from the beginning, because the beginning is very important. I want you to understand where Team Warrior Women came from. I want you to understand why my heart is in it, why my soul is in it, why I live and breathe the Warrior Women, and why I live and breathe healthy living through Beachbody. Beachbody to me was the full package. Oh, I only had to go to one place to get meal plans, workouts, support, shakes, performance stack, recipes. I just had to go to one place. That's why I chose Beachbody. That's why I loved it. And because It originally got me out of that valley. And so I had to share it with people. I had to let people know, hey, this is what I did. Maybe it'll work for you too. And if you want to try it, why don't you come and join me so I can help you through it? Because I've been there. I've done it. I can help you. Okay. I love you ladies so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for viewing my video. I really appreciate you guys taking time to be here for our Coach Sneak Peek. Stick around. I've got some more content coming to you this evening. And then tomorrow I have a ton of live videos coming to you from Team Warrior Women. And I'm so excited to hear it. I'm so excited for you guys to hear it. And I appreciate you guys being here. And I hope maybe someday you'll consider being on our team. Because maybe, just maybe, there's somebody out there that you can help. There's nothing better in the world knowing that I've helped people become happier and healthier in their lives. Nothing better than that. So I want the same thing for you. Okay? Love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you jumped in halfway or towards the end, I'd suggest going back to the beginning.
Bye.
Bye.